The Caridad Hog Raisers Association, or CHRA, is a community-based farm workers organization located in Hacienda Caridad 1 of Barangay Luna in the city of Cadiz. CHRA engages in backyard swine fattening to improve their lives. This is where our story begins. This is their story. The Caridad Hog Raisers Association is registered with the Department of Labor and Employment on August 28, 2013 with 33 members, 16 of which are comprised of male and 17 are female. The group ventured into swine fattening with 100 piglets as starting stocks. Out of the 100, 70 heads were fattened under communal management, while the remaining 30 heads were for individual fattening scheme. The association established a communal fattening facility made of indigenous materials as their counterpart. PRDP provided initial capital amounting to 563,040 pesos to procure 70 heads of piglets for communal fattening and feeds such as pre-starter, starter, hog grower, and finisher. The swine is fattened for at least 90 to 120 days, with an average weight of 90 kilograms, and sold as live hogs to meat vendors and traders. This motivated the CHRA to venture into a meat shop with the help of the province of Negros Occidental and the city local government unit of Cadiz. Through the partnership with the LGUs, they were provided with a space in the market by the city of Cadiz, while the equipment was provided by the Provincial Veterinary Office. However, after several years of operations and having reached its 5th cycle, the price and sales of live hogs were dramatically affected due to the outbreak of the African swine fever in Luzon. Buyers from other provinces such as Cebu opted to refrain from buying hogs in Negros Occidental. On top of the decrease of market demand for pork is the issue of middlemen taking over, dictating the buying price of hogs.
Sa Barangay Luna, kinakalipag yun ako sa dako na naghatag ang PRDP sa programa. Kag nalipay sa dako ang atong pumuluyo na dako kilang pasalamat no sa dako sa pagbulig sa PRDP sa ila. Pinabahin na sa ila pangabuyan, bahin na sila nga livelihood. Nakalapot magid ang PRDP. That's why nagtagaan sila sa silang programa na para additional income nila sa ilang pagpamabuhi. No? Ang atong subong Caridad Hog Racing alam kita nga meat shop dito sa Sudad sa Cadiz, sa wet market. So, the additional income, in behalf sa Barangay Council, nagpasalamat po sa dako sa PRDP kasi hindi nga tanan yung mga programa na tilawan sa among pumuluyo dito sa Ciudad Caridad 1, Barangay Luna, Cadiz.
This is Salvador Escalante Jr., Mayor of the City of Cadiz. I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the programs and projects implemented in our city. And coupled with our existing enterprises right now, Native Chicken and Hog Raisers Association is already selling their products into different areas in our city, but especially they have already rented a stall in our public market and they are selling their hogs on a daily basis. And in fact, during this pandemic, this enterprise was able to supply the city with quality meat products. We were giving these products into the kitchen of our district hospital here, which was converted later into a COVID center. To the needs of the 350 hospital employees. During the height of the pandemic, the city conducted our own mobile market. These enterprises, Hog Raisers enterprise, were the one who provided again meat products into our hinterland barangays, which if not for this mobile markets, we were not able to have access to good quality meat. As the city mayor of the city of Cadiz, I wish for more projects from the World Bank to the PRDP, because you have made a quite impact to the lives of our city, of our people here. So with this message, I hope and I pray that we'll look back and take a second glance in our city, for you have done wonders to our city. Salamat.
On behalf of the province of Negros Occidental, I, Eugenio Jose V. Lacson, Governor, would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the World Bank, to the Department of Agriculture, Philippine Rural Development Project, for granting us more than $1 billion worth of sub-projects that contributed to the development of our constituents. Negros Occidental is the pilot province in the implementation of PRDP in the whole Visayas cluster. With the realization of the farm-to-market roads and bridges, we are able to motivate our farmers to produce more and to aspire beyond their usual way of life. It also increased the annual farm income of household beneficiaries by more than 5% due to an increase in the level of economic activities in the countryside. Aside from infrastructure projects, Negros Occidental is the bearer of the biggest enterprise in the Visayas cluster, having 6 micro-enterprises, 3 regular enterprises, and the upgrading of one of our micro-enterprises. The utilization of value chain analysis in identifying enterprise development is a useful strategy to emulate, as it helps indicate which agricultural products will have a comparative advantage for market competition and sustainability. With a grateful heart, the province welcomes the virtual World Bank Implementation Support Mission, which will be conducted on June 15 to 16, 2020. In this support mission, projects for Negros Occidental will be included under the Visayas cluster, such as Caridad Hog Racer Swine Fattening and Meat Shop Enterprise in Barangay Luna, Cadiz City. PRDP has enriched the lives of Negrenses by expanding opportunities through the rehabilitation of farm-to-market roads, construction of feeder ports and bridges, and improving agricultural productivity by way of enterprise development. As an end user, I commit to take care of these projects for the benefit and welfare of our constituents. This will empower our people from different sectors of our society and aid them in their livelihood and ultimately benefit the community.
What started out as a fattening enterprise has eventually expanded into a meat shop operation. They slaughter at least 3 to 4 heads of hogs daily.
Ako gali si Elisar Abunjinte, isa ka member sa Caridad Hog Racer Association. Ang nabulig sang Caridad meat shop sa akon pangabuhi, kadako gid kayo. Kag mayo ang akong pangabuhi, nakabakal ako sa akon mga kinanglanon sa akon panimalay. Kag nagaihaw ako sa 4 to 5 heads nga baboy diri sa slaughterhouse nga ibaligya sa Caridad meat shop. Sa panahon sang isikyo, ang tinlo ang amon pag-ihaw tungod nga social distancing kami sa pag-ihaw, kag gamit ka bang face mask, butas, kag apron, kag guantes. Sufficiente man ang amon pasilidad nga para sa tubig, gripo, para ma-maintain amon ang katinlo sang amon pag-ihaw nga dalon sa merkado nga hindi mahigko kadto sa Caridad meat shop.
With the unexpected emergence of ASF and COVID-19 pandemic, the association had proven their resiliency in coping with any obstacles of their business endeavor. During the enhanced community quarantine period, the association responded to the call of the local government unit of Cadiz to participate in the concept of rolling stores, designed to minimize households from going out of the confines of their homes to buy basic needs. The association was also tapped by the LGU to provide and supply the meat requirements of the frontliners of the local government hospital. The enterprise is currently on its 8th and 9th production cycle. The CHRA generated an accumulated net income of 485,232.73 pesos last December 2019 and distributed dividends of at least 4,000 pesos per member. In the first 4 months of operation in 2020, from January to April, the association has generated a net income of 848,543.33 pesos. All these had been properly recorded on a daily basis to reflect business transactions and religiously maintain the books of accounts. These recordings are updated for financial audits and for transparency. The association's efforts had finally been productive. They have foreseen bigger and brighter opportunities in pursuing expansion and upgrading. With their income now sufficient to provide for another step, they resorted to produce some of the input requirements of swine fattening. The problem in the sourcing out of piglets for fattening encouraged them to engage in swine breeding with PSO level. This endeavor provided them with piglets for fattening. In addition, in cases where there is insufficient supply of the stock, they resort to buying fattened hogs from neighboring backyard hog raisers, individual or associations. As the enterprise grew, more and more people were encouraged to engage. Starting with only 33 members, now it rose up to 51 members strong. Since the members no longer provide animal equity, participation is mostly rendered through routine services in the daily enterprise operations.
Joan Arana sa Kasyenda Caridad 1A, may 5 kabilog kamataan sa simple lang. Pamimbro ako sa sining asosasyon tungod isa ni ka-opportunidad sa akon nga makaatubang ako sa mga kadlakuan kag naghahatag ng self-confidence para sa akon nga napakita ko ba nga akong galingon kag dako man ang nabulig para sa akon mga pareho nga mga tawo. Kaya gitagaan ako sa asosasyon sa pagdibidindo sang 4,200 gingamit ko ini nga negosyo man para makadugang income sa amon pangabuhi.
Ugali si Vicente Kerubin Jr., pumuluyo sa Hacienda Caridad 1, Barangay Luna, Cadiz City. Ako ang chairman sa Caridad Hog Racer Association. Nag-umpisa ini nga project sang PRDP kag local government kag province of Negros Occidental. Dako gid ang amon pasalamat nga ginbuligan kami sa sini nga project. Una, sang primero 33 lang kami membro. Tapos daw nakita man sang amon asosasyon nga daw saka-saka ang amon income, amon to nga nagpatindog kami meat shop sa Cadiz. Lan nga mga membro nagpupirar masamon. Nagsaksis ang amon patining. Tapos ang ulihi, breeding kami sang 4 ka na yon. Hindi na kami mangita sa guwasang mga baktin. Kami na lang ma-produce ang amon baktin para nga may isagod kami, may padako kami para ibaligya sa meat shop. Sa liwat, nagpasalamat ako sa PRDP, Department of Agriculture, Province of Negros Occidental, Local Government sa Cadiz City. Kami nagpasalamat ng membro sa Caridad Hog Racer nga ang ini nga project nangin successful sa sini nga tiyon. Maraming salamat.
Ako si Wilma Dignos, ang project manager, focal person sa Caridad Hog Racers Association, Hacienda Caridad 1, Barangay Luna, Cadiz City. Ang among asosasyon nagasugod lamang kami sang 31 members. Subong Ara na kami sa 51 members, 28 ka babae, 23 ka lalaki. 2016, nakadawat kami sa grant sa World Bank tungod sa Small Livelihood Project sa PRDP sa Yolanda Hit area diri sa North o Negros Occidental. 703,000 among gipatikang hasta nagdako siya. Naka-harvest kami for the first year. Nakahatag kami dividendo sa miyembro, 6,000 pesos, Fattening Enterprise. Naghatag kami sa duha ka scheme para sa miyembro as individual kag communal scheme. Ang sa ulihi, naka-experience kami shortage sa piglets because dili kami makakita sa quality nga piglets. Kami mabakal sa gwa pero hindi gihapon maayo. As a second year, although naka-dividendo kami gihapon, 4,000 to 6,000 kada miyembro. As sa third year nga operation, last year, wala buyer sa among fatteners because of the African Swine Favors Care. Ang association nagdesisyon nga mag-open sang meat shop diri sa Cadiz City. Nagapasalamat kami sa amon Mayor, Honorable Salvador Escalante. Nagitagaan kami lugar diri sa Cadiz City Public Market. Nag-open kami August 2019. So pag-abot sa COVID-19 sang pandemic, ang Negros naka-enhance community quarantine. We serve as the frontliners diri sa Cadiz City. We were requested by our mayor to supply meat dito sa Cadiz District Hospital. Baligya kami through sa rolling store. Supply kami sang barato, nag-situate kami, nag-ensure kami nga mag-observe or mag-maintain sang social distancing. Require gid namon ng face mask, alcohol, hand sanitizer, kag ara-ara gid foot pad. Ginalantaw namon subong nga i-sustain namon ang operation kay nagasugod kami sang amon own nga sow para magaproduce piglet kag amo ina nga padakuon bilang fatten hogs. Ginasuportahan sa mga nabakal namon nga mga fatteners sa backyard racers. Direct ang mga backyard racers mabaligya sa meat shop kag ma-eliminate na namon ang mga middlemen nga maka-cause ang overpricing sa amon nga produkto. Since nag-ihaw kami 3 to 5 heads per day, last December nakaihaw kami 11 to 15 heads a day. Subong kung maihaw kami 5 heads per day, for 30 days, we need to have 150 heads. So in 1 year, dako na 150 times 12. That's why we need to have more sows to produce more piglets and of course more fatten hogs. With regards to sa diri sa livelihood kag income ang butcher namon. So 11 tanan ang na-provide namon income bilang mga workers sa meat shop. The caretaker sa fatteners kag sa breeders, the butcher dito sa slaughterhouse, diri sa meat shop, duha ka butcher, isa ka cashier, kag ang mga opisyales nga nagapatikang sa sining enterprise. Ako nagapasalamat gid natagaan kami sang opportunity nga makabaton sining grant halin sa World Bank, sa DA through the PRDP project, kag sa PLGU, kag sa LGU namon. In behalf sang association sang Caridad Fattening Enterprise operated by the Caridad Hog Racers, thankful gid kami. We are truly grateful and blessed to have this opportunity for believing in us nga makabulig kami sa community, sa mga miyembro, kag sa kabilugan dire sa Negros Occidental.
In terms of the socio-economic benefits, the enterprise was able to generate a total of 8 job opportunities for its member beneficiaries. They were able to hire 3 caretakers for the breeding and fattening operation, 2 butchers assigned in the slaughterhouse, 1 cashier, and 2 meat butchers in the meat shop in charge of cutting the warm carcass into various pork choice cuts.
Permi ko di ka bakal kay ng presyo tapos ng okay ang katagwa ko amo man di bakal ko dik sa isa kasi man.
In addition, last February 2020, during their General Assembly meeting, they were able to distribute equitable cash dividends to their 53 members at 210,644.60 pesos. It has also brought an increase in farmers' income by an average of 68% per household as a proof of the fulfillment of the enterprise objectives. Added to the economic benefits, this endeavor had provided for the linkage of the organization to the government agencies and institution vital to the farmers' interests. To further enhance the capability of the association and its staff to effectively and efficiently manage the enterprise, the following were the trainings received by the proponent group from PRDP, DA, and other agencies. Business Planning Preparation Training Workshop, Procurement Orientation and Coaching Workshop, Basic Financial Management and Bookkeeping Training, Swine Management or Nutrition Training, Swine Raising, Housing Management and Gilt Selection, Swine Breeding Management, Proper Meat Handling, African Swine Flu Forum, On-Site GRM Training, Continuous Assistance in the Preparation of Future Activities, Plan, and Work and Financial Plan. To ensure the sustainability of the enterprise operation, 70% from the net income is allotted to purchase additional stocks for the enterprise expansion. Strengthen linkages with MLGU, PLGU, and other government agencies. Continuous attendance to trainings and seminars to enhance and strengthen the needed skills and knowledge to run and manage a business enterprise. As part of the group's future plans, the enterprise intends that the CHRA, as a proponent group, will be registered as a cooperative to scale up the operation of the enterprise by procuring breeding stocks and establish breeding facility of 30 SO level to supply its own piglet requirement. To include other poultry products in the current pig-shop operation through a collaboration with another PRDP-funded project in Negros Occidental, the Negros Native Chicken Breeding, Production, and Marketing Enterprise, as the source of the added products.